This is bothering me, it's distracting me. I gotta put this back up here. It has been some time since I've been in front of the camera. Originally, I was going to film this video last week, but I was feeling under the weather. And of course, the second I get better, I have to go back to work. So it sucks being sick, but there is a bright side to that. Instead of making a short video for last week and a short video for this week, I'll just put them together to make a medium-sized video. And hopefully I can at least break the 5-minute mark. I don't really know what else to talk about here, so I mean, let's get started. Hey guys, I just want to quickly tell you about my website, luckyprime.us. We sell a bunch of anime stickers and we're working on some merch that'll be out soon. Check it out if you can. I've got a link in the description down below. It helps me and the channel out a ton. Thanks. Alright, so first up we've got these taillight overlays. These will run you a little over $20. Probably the coolest unboxing for all of these items just because they included some Sour Patch Kids in the package. Awesome. Alright, so I got these overlays from driven.media and they are the dark smoke, so probably as dark as you can get it. Install is fairly simple. You just clean off the surface, peel off the overlay from the backing paper, and carefully line it up with the edge and slowly press it down. The material is pretty forgiving. If you mess up a little or find a few bubbles, it's easy to peel it back up and place it back down. The only thing is the material is really thin and can scratch pretty easily, so be careful handling it. Next up, I have these tail lights. These are side markers. The packaging for these side markers are pretty simple, and by that I mean it's literally just the side markers and some replacement nuts that I ended up not using, but it's great to have just in case you lose the originals. These will run you a little over $50, but honestly it's not a bad price considering the price of other brands. My only gripe with these is that when they're illuminated, the LED inside the housing is still orange, but when it's off, it's not, so it's not a big deal. At least it looks good while the car's parked. Orange, I hate orange. Orange is my least favorite color. They're my least favorite object in the world, followed by the Nissan 350Z. Installing these were super easy. You just need to take a flathead to 3 of the push pins on the wheel liner. Then behind the side marker is the wire harness, which comes off by pressing the clip, and a 10mm bolt. Once those are off, you just need to squeeze the top and the bottom clips, and the whole housing should just slide out. Then you just do everything in reverse with the new housing, and there you go. Now onto something a little bigger. These vent extension trim things cost a little under $60. These are some no-name brand from eBay, most likely a cheap Chinese rep. But honestly, they do look pretty good. The finish is nice. Do note that this is not real carbon fiber, but it is still really light, and the backside has a crazy amount of 3M tape. The packaging though was a little concerning. It looked like there had been some water damage to the box. It's dry, but really soft on this side. And you can see some water lines here. I'm assuming whatever warehouse these were stored in had a leak in the roof or something. Thankfully, the items inside still seemed fine. Install for these was also really easy. I just cleaned off the area, then peeled off all the backing on the 3M tape, and carefully stuck the trim in place. It did take me a couple times to line it correctly. As long as you don't press down on it too hard, you should be able to pick the trim back up and replace it. Once I got it to where I wanted it, I just pressed down on each area to make sure that each piece of the tape was getting contact to the fender. Overall, I think this was a great value for what it is. It doesn't obstruct the vent, so it's still functional, and it really adds more contrast. Of course, on a darker colored car, I don't think it would have the same effect, but on the white, it really stands out. The last thing I'm putting on today is this spoiler. Coming in at a little over $100, it's the most expensive thing I'm working with today, but still overall cheaper than some of the other similar parts found on the web. The only difference is that this one is from eBay and most likely some factory in China. Build quality is passable, I guess. There's a few things that look and feel off with it, but that's a given with its pretty cheap price tag. So I'm not a huge fan of whatever finish they have on this, because even though it looks good, handling it for a few minutes, it becomes a huge fingerprint magnet, and it scratches really easily if you aren't careful. It also just feels really cheap and plasticky. The backside is kind of or the underneath is very like badly painted, but at the same time you're not really gonna see it, so it's not a huge issue. What is an issue is that there's a small chip right here. I saw that when I was unpacking. It's going to sit like this, so you're not really going to see it too much, but that is concerning that is there. Installing was also quick and easy. I placed it on the trunk first to do a quick test fit. Surprisingly, it lined up pretty well. No huge gaps or anything after getting it centered. They give you a decent amount of double-sided 3M tape. I just cut up some long strips and placed it along the edges of the spoiler. Note that I'm only putting enough and spreading it out to get a good hold. I'm not actually going for a complete tight seal around the edges. I would need a lot more tape in that case. Once I laid down all the tape, I brought it back out, peeled off the backing, and placed the spoiler down. As long as you don't press on it too hard, you should be able to pick it back up and move it around if you don't get it aligned perfectly first try. So that's all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. One more time before we end this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to my sticker shop, luckyprime.us. Please check us out. We have a ton of stickers. We're gonna have shirts soon, more merch. But yeah, stickers, anime stickers. Don't sleep on this. Come on, one more time. Right in the center here. It's luckyprime.us. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. My name is Jeff. I am a car noob.